here. I'm here. I'm on my way to work. Am I gonna be late? Probably. Unless there's an accident on the road or something, I'm not gonna be as late as usual. But I still left a little later than I expected. My fault. Anyways, though, besides that point, that means I have a little more time with y'all to chop it up about Big Brother season 27. Now, this topic, I'm not talking about any of the goings on of the night because I took a break from the feeds. I stopped watching the feeds about, I want to say, I stopped watching the feeds just prior to the live, the episode last night, and I didn't turn them back on because sometimes, let's be honest, at least for me, I guess some of y'all can do this all day, every day for 90 days. Well, 83 it's going to be this year, but I've learned that I can't. I did it for 100 days in a row on Big Brother 25, and I said, if I come back, because it wasn't if, I said, I am not living in the Big Brother house, so I'm not going to be watching lives for the duration of that in the house. What I can say is that I'm going to be making my best efforts to be there every single episode, which I have done for every episode except for last Thursday, because y'all know I was at that event, so I wasn't able to make last Thursday. I'm sure out of the 83, I'll probably make 75 episodes or so, 70, which is still a very high rate. Not everybody goes live after every single episode. And actually, before this season started, because of my new job, I was actually thinking that I was only going to be aiming to go live Thursdays. But I just get so into not just the show, but I get so into talking to y'all. Nitricity, if I didn't say that already. I get so into talking to y'all about the show, which is what makes me want to go live more often, because when I'm live, that's when I get to connect with my group. If it wasn't for that, going live wouldn't even really matter to me, to be honest with you. So, I was confused when I saw daylight time flies. Yeah, we are about, what, 8:20? Hello, Ed. We got the other Ed. I think this cut out last night. Thanks for the shout out, Mark. I caught the replay last night. Yes, no problem, Ed. I'm locked in. Locked in. If you haven't seen Ed's page, I don't know what to look up, but I think that for me to find it, I type Ed Big Brother locked in, and it pops up when I type that in. So Rachel Riley's gameplay, I am on the fence a little bit, okay? Because when Rachel was having that conversation with Lauren, I said to myself, she's putting on a masterclass, because she got in there, she was talking to Lauren, she was like, Lauren, is there any reason that we haven't connected yet so far? Because I really wanted us to connect. And Lauren was just like, to be honest with you, I'm such a huge fan of the show, and I was just really starstruck with you, so I didn't know how to connect with you. And she's like, oh, that's okay, girl. You know, I was once in your spot. I was once young on this show, and you know, she says she was complimenting her. You're beautiful. You're young. The world at your fingertips. All that stuff. And I was like, she's pulling a Sabree. Like, I'm gonna take you under my wings. Now, I thought that was, even though Rachel has had, like, what does it take to win this type of Big Brother game versus the Big Brother game that I won before. And so I think that it was a good move. I took too long to do it. And meanwhile, Vince is planting these seeds under her nose. And Vince has Lauren under his thumb. Hardcore. He has Lauren under his thumb. And she's not going to be able to break that at this particular stage. But let's say that they get Vince out of the house and Rachel's still in the house. Now Rachel is like, who's the number 2 person that I trust, right? And there's where there could potentially be an opening. If I were them, I keep turning this retouch thing on. If I were them, I would be trying to get out Lauren, because Lauren represents a person that you can control her vote. You can control if she wins a power veto, if she wins an HOH, you can control whatever she does. And she's a guaranteed vote for the people that she likes if she makes the jury. She's not going to be doing it based on gameplay or who played the best game. She's going to be doing it based on who she likes the most and who she felt treated her the best. Because frankly, she's an emotional player. We watched her cry all day yesterday. She's indecisive and she wants people to make her decisions for her. She literally told Rachel Riley, I wish that someone could make my decision for me. That goes crazy. I don't think I ever heard anyone say that on any Big Brother season. I've seen people struggle with making choices, but I've never heard anyone flat out tell another house guest, I wish that someone could make my decision for me. That goes crazy. I think she literally said the world is your oyster. I think she literally said those words. And I was like, laying it on thick. Rachel, you laying it on thick. But I was glad to see her have her head in the game. Because all she was doing thus far was just whispering in corners and stuff, you know, like, I don't like this person, I like that person. She has been gaming a little bit. One of her game moves is, I think, putting Jimmy in her back pocket. Matter of fact, shout out to my other dog. Shout out to my other dog, Tasha, because I was watching Tasha's Locked In. I mean, why did I call it Tasha's Locked In? I was mixing in Ed because I was looking at his name. I was watching Tasha's talks this morning because she put a new video up. It was about 6 minutes long. With her, I don't want to butcher it, but let's just say player of the week. I don't remember what she called it. The player that's playing the best player, that's playing the messiest, and the one that is the wild card. And I think she put the best as Rachel. I think she said the messiest was Vince. And then she said that the wild card was Ava. Go check the video out yourself because she says it a lot more eloquently than I could. But yeah, she's a person who thinks Rachel's playing a good game. I don't think she's playing a bad game. If I had to rate Rachel's game on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, I might give it like a 7. Because she hasn't done anything to where I'm like, wow, this was super genius. But she has made enough moves to where I'm not saying she's playing a bad game. And maybe when her side wins, or maybe even if she wins, I might see something where she gets her teeth in the game. I know if she ever got an HOH, I know that she would be using it way better than the first 3. Is it 3? Vince. Was it Vince then Lauren, or was it Vince and somebody else and then Lauren? I can't recall. Another night bites the dust. Oh, you were doing night shift, Ed. No one should underestimate Rachel. Yeah, see, here's the thing that I'd say about these people, though. I feel this similarly, even though they're different people and different players. I feel similarly about Rachel that I do about Cirie. As time goes on, when she first got in the house, it was kind of just like, I'm here. I don't really know what to do. What am I supposed to do in this game? She looked like a fish out of water. But as time goes on, I see her slowly starting to sink her teeth in the game. And I see her slowly figuring out the gameplay of today and figuring out the strategy. And I think something that she's realized is that, number one, a lot of them don't even know the game. And a lot of them are really weak-minded, and they have a hard time standing on their own feet and being bold and making moves. So she tries to talk. She talks to them with kid gloves, really, where she's just like when she was telling Lauren, "Be your own person, girl. This is for you. You don't need to listen to anyone who's in their 30s and unemployed." I'm not trying to make any shade. I still find that funny as hell. Um, yeah, so my point is the longer that she's in the game is the more dangerous she's going to be. That's just my feeling about that. How does someone with Vince's resume get anyone to listen to him? That is a great question, Ed, because I have no idea. He's got a final 2 with Kelly. He's got a final 2 with Lauren. He's working with, he was talking to Morgan. I don't know if Morgan probably doesn't trust him, but I saw him talking to Morgan in the storage room the other day, yesterday. He's working with Adrian. He's working with Zach. Like, Vince is, you know what? That's one thing I remember that Tasha said on her video. She was like, he's really good. I think she said parroting or reflecting and saying what people want to hear. So he's good at kind of, I agree so wholeheartedly. He's good at learning somebody's stance and who they want to get out and who they want to see win and where they stand in the game. He learns all that stuff like a chameleon, and he'll get into a conversation and he'll say what the person wants to hear. That's Vince in a nutshell. But I really think Vince would want, what's her name, Lauren, in a final 2 with him, for real, for real. That's the one final 2 he would love to have. Actually, well, no, sitting next to Kelly in a final 2, she would smoke him, in my opinion. So that would be a grave mistake if he tried to do that. Yeah, Lauren, I'm ready for Lauren to go already. Hey, Chocolate. Lauren wants to be protected by the guys, but she doesn't have enough guys. I know that she will have Riley. I know that she would have Vinny. Riley, Vinny, I guess Keanu. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure where she stands with people like Adrian, Will. I know that, I don't know. Like, I don't even know with Zach. Because Zach is kind of on the fence player as well. So I don't even know. It's hard to get a read on the guys. The women's alliances are way more clear to me than the men's alliances. I don't have a good read on who all the men's alliances are. Kelly 2.0. Good morning. Good morning, Ed. Hug. C plus B, something in there. Yeah, because that's what my 7 is. I guess, well, my 7 is a C range. I could go for B plus. Some of it is that, obviously, that's what happened. Somebody got pulled over. It's always these random things happening on the highway that are making me late. The truth is, I just had to admit to myself, I have to leave here 20 minutes earlier, because I always leave with an assumption that traffic is going to be good for the day, or average. But if I've left for like 2 to 3 weeks and every single day there's a 20-minute delay, it just means that I have to get out of the house 20 minutes earlier. I had a good reason for being late, but it's not a justifiably good reason for work. It's just a good reason for me. I'll be honest about that. It's a personal reason. It was something that I prioritized over getting to work on time. Allegedly, if anyone happens to watch this video. I needed that hug, Chocolate, thank you. And Chocolate doesn't give hugs, so that was a special one. Just like ChatGPT. I like Zach's spot. He got a safety and no one is looking at him. Yeah. So here's my thing with Zach. He has a good spot if you're looking at it from this perspective of his chances of making it to jury. He has, like, from an early prediction standpoint, he has a very solid chance of making it to jury. But the other thing about Zach is that the way that he's managing these ladies, I'll tell you the truth, it's looking like we're going to have a majority ladies jury unless something changes. I feel like we're going to have a majority ladies jury. I could be wrong. And if we do, even if it's not the majority, even if it's just like, I don't know, a 7-person jury and it's 4-3, or a 9-person and it's 5-4, I don't know. Even if the majority is only by 1, we've seen what happens collectively when a dude is kind of, I don't want to call him a player, but when a dude is just not, because you can pick people to win the game for any reason, let's be honest. I saw that on Big Brother Canada 12. So that's one thing I keep hearing them talking about, is the Zach, Lauren, and Morgan triangle. That's not a good look. Tasha called Ava the best wild card right now because we don't necessarily know what she's going to do. She got offered a final 2 with Rachel, which she accepted. You know, like, shout out to Rachel, because I remember when, like, Izzy and Jared got out of the Big Brother game when Cirie was there. She was just moping around from there. I know that obviously, like, Amy is not her daughter, and Izzy, you know, they were only together for 2 weeks, so it's not like she was on a similar type of status that Izzy was on anyways. So I know she's not as devastated as Cirie was, because Cirie definitely said at the beginning, I'm only here, they only got me to come back here, or to come on here, because of my son, because I wanted to, like, play with my son, and it's a special thing to be on the show with my boy. But I give credit for the fact that Rachel wanted this Mama's Alliance, and that was the closest person to her when she got in there. And they have since been, like, tried to isolate her in some senses. And, you know, she has now kind of figured that out. Like, Morgan and Ashley and these people and Mickey are on my side to a degree, but I need somebody else. So going to Ava, she went to Lauren. She went to Lauren. She didn't say final 2, but she said, think of me like a big sister. I know that Lauren afterwards was decompressing with Vince, but like I said, anything can happen in the game. Vince could get out, and then there she is, and next thing you know, Rachel could be like, I'm here for you, girl. You know, I know that you're feeling sad. I know what it's like. I've been here before. I know what it's like to lose somebody that you really care about in the game and that you really trust, but you're not alone. You know, things can switch up. Big Brother is a combination of luck and skill, because sometimes you have a whole strategy based around you and this person moving far along in the game, then the house shifts away from that person, and next thing you know, oh, it's only 8:36. I'm actually kind of good for time, believe it or not. That's bad that I'm saying that 6, 7, 8 minutes late is good, but it is compared to what I've been doing. Ava's coasting. She locked in with Rachel. That was a good move for her at the moment. Ava's kind of coasting, but at least she's getting some information. Some people just coast and coast. Some people, like Lauren, was coasting. She was coasting along and then just accidentally got an HOH. And now she has no pulse on the game. Like, that's the reason why. That's part of the reason why she's getting so much from Vinny, because it's like Vinny has been going around and around. So, and Vinny has this really good thing that he's doing with her specifically, where he's like prepping her. They're going to come to you with this, and they're going to say this, and they're going to say that. And to her, that probably sounds like intuition. Like he just has a really good intuition and is predicting what is about to happen or what might potentially happen. Whereas we know from watching the feeds, it's not intuition. It's him literally putting in the work to go around and around the house all day and ask all those questions and then bring them to her as if he just has a hunch that this is where things are leaning, when he's actually being told these things by the people that he's talking to. So, I don't know. I think Vince's game is like a crash and burn type of game. I think depending on who wins each week, he could buy himself 3-4 more weeks. But I think the minute that he could still survive, though. I don't know who I would prioritize between him, Keanu, possibly even Jimmy. If I was the other side of the house, I don't know which one of them I would really prioritize. Like Catherine, that's the hard part. I would be thinking, like, who's the most dangerous player on the other side? It could be him. As much as a lot of y'all don't like him, it could be him in terms of who's the most dangerous player on that side. And the funny thing is, he's telling Lauren he's so scared. He's so scared of Rachel, but within this game, he's doing way more than Rachel is doing. Let's be real. He has way more than Rachel has in terms of people willing to talk strategy with him. He's using Rachel. I don't know if you guys are realizing this, but he's kind of using Rachel as a buffer for himself. Because it's like, if I keep the focus on how dangerous and scary Rachel is, people are obviously going to spend less time on me because I'm new to this game. Rachel is not new to this game. Rachel has won this game. So he's going to tell Lauren that it's weird and scary about her having his name in her mouth. But it's like, sir, you know why your name is in Rachel's mouth? Is because game recognized game. You're two game players. She knows that. Hold on. Apologies for that. Some water got on my phone. You missed when I was talking about your takes, Tasha. I wish I could go back through them, but I just got to work. Morning. Kind of like Paul. That's interesting. I'd like to hear you elaborate on that at some point. Sheesh. right. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell.